Good morning to you. All right, Joey.
Good morning, Isabel. Good to be.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. And now this is likely to be the most talked about ruling from the Supreme Court this year. How do you think the nation's highest court will decide tomorrow, if you have a crystal ball you're looking at? And also, back in April, we had the oral arguments in front of the court. Were there any hints or clues there as to how they might go with this?
Yeah, Isabel, I think the clue was that they won't go the standard route and they'll do something a little different than we expect. And so let me lay out what I perceive to be the path forward. The one path would simply be to say that there's no immunity. And I think that there would be a legal basis for that. Remember, at the district court level, we had the trial judge to say that a president is not a king. There are rules. No one's above the law. That was really sustained by the district court, not only the district court, but the appellate court, that is the Court of Appeals, who said essentially the same thing, that there is no immunity from the prosecution. And so the Supreme Court could take that route, Isabel, and say there's no immunity, nothing to see here, let's go. That probably won't happen. The second thing that they could do is do something a little bit more nuanced. Remember that a significant decision the court needs to make, I think, is what's official and what's unofficial. And so you could see this nuanced decision as it relates to the president's immune as it relates to official act, but it's no immunity as it relates to unofficial act. And if they did that, that gets to the third point, which is the Supreme Court can then remand it down to the trial court for further findings consistent with that opinion. Consistent how? Consistent with making there be a determination from the trial court as to what's official and what's not. I'll go a step further. They could even lay out a standard for what that means, and that standard could be a factual determination, which would be a jury determination and not a judicial determination, and that would lead to even more confusion. So there's a lot of options here, but the one option that I would say is that, and the one thing we should note is, yes, this is immediately about Trump, but remember, Supreme Court speaks for the entirety of the country, and it speaks not only to the issues that are presently before them, but it speaks to future generations. And so when you say, Isabel, that it's a significant ruling, wow, is this a very significant ruling that we all await on Monday?